Yes, we're live on Facebook. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Just give us 1 second, 2 minutes. Let me just get this video out there to everyone. But I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. And Tamlyn, I'm just trying to put this on your page. Just 1 second. There you go. It's right on your page now. Perfect.
Okay.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You're welcome to the Civilized Presence. And you were in the right place. Good morning and welcome. And so we're just trying to share this video and do us a favor and share this video. Come in and say hello. We're excited to have you here this morning. Let us know where you're joining us from. Good morning. We're almost there. Yes, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Yes, we're using a different platform this morning, so bear with me. Be Live wasn't too friendly this morning, so we had to make a switch, but we're excited that you're here, so welcome. Jump on in and let us know where you're joining us from. If you're here on replay, welcome. If you're just watching this from someone's page, thank you so much for joining. And I am just going to get this started. The watch party. This is great. Perfect. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the Civilized Presence. And yes, Karuna Kara from Saudi Arabia, thank you. It's good to have you here. Esther, thank you for joining us. Izir, I can see Canada in the house. I can see London, UK. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, I have like 3 different screens here. So if I'm looking around, that's because I have different screens. Yes, so welcome to the Civilized Presence. Civilized Presence is an online TV session where lives are changed, where people discover yourself, purpose, voice, and learn social skills to thrive in the real world. So if you want to become a change maker, you are in the right place. Now, thank you so much for the honor of saying yes and for being here today. This means so much to me that you had to make out time to be here. And welcome, Morel, my friend. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, Sam. Thank you so much for being here. And guys, just do us a favor, give us some hearts, give us some thumbs up, and share this video on your page. Invite your friends and family and your enemies too. This is a good message for them. Welcome, Kese. It's great to have you here in the house. Okay, so my name is Louisa Akaiso, and I am your host for today. Like I said, I feel so honored that you've responded to the flyer. Yes, Morel, it's always great to have you. Oh, Yemi, it's good to have you here. Welcome. Amy, it's great to have you. I am so excited. Everyone is just jumping on in. Now, guys, do me a favor. Just share this on your page. Invite more people. We want the house to be filled up. Invite more people and put it on your page. Start up a watch party if you want. It's a great message. You don't want to miss this. We are here every Mondays and Fridays at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So we're 2 minutes late today, and that's okay. I'm sure that you do not mind because the message is a great one. So if it's your very first time, I want you to know that the main goal of this Facebook series is really to help restore civility in our society. And welcome, Harifa. It's great to have you here. And I've been doing this with different experts from all over the world. It's been fun since last year. Okay, we're almost getting to our 1-year anniversary in April. And I'm so excited. And really what we've been doing is breaking down the concept of civility into tiny bits and getting you to understand how important but simple it is for you to be civil. And welcome, Aries Mary, Prophet Aries Mary. It's great to have you here from Cameroon. I'm so honored that you made out time to be here. Thank you. So you see, everyone is here. Asia is here, Africa is here, Canada is here, London, UK is here. So what better place for you to be on a Friday morning? Come on now. And let me tell you, I'm broadcasting from Virginia, and we have an amazing weather today. Guys, I did not wear my jacket today. That's a blessing. So that's a good sign that we're going to have a great session here today. So back to the show. Welcome, Dee. It's great to have you here in the house. Thank you from Virginia. Thank you. It's so good to have you. Let me share with you a definition of civility, one that I love so much from P.F. Funny. And that states that being civil means being constantly aware of others and weaving restraint, respect, and consideration into this very fabric of awareness. And welcome. I have a lot of people. Welcome, Pastor Jane. Oh my God, look at that. From Kenya. It's great to have you. Thank you, Susan from Canada. It's great to have you too. Bola, I am excited that you're here. Charles, thank you. So guys, it's not about me today. We have a special guest in the house. You know, I get so excited when I see all of you, and thank you for making out time to be here. We have a special guest in the house, and let me tell you more about who she is, because I know you're asking a question. Who is this beautiful lady? Her name is Tamlyn Franklin. And Tamlyn, I'm going to tell you a bit about her, is an author. She's a certified image and etiquette trainer and the founder of Etiquette Consulting Group. Tamlyn takes an innovative and exciting approach, teaching individuals and organizations etiquette and professional image strategies. And she's a believer in the triple treat of etiquette, excellence, civility, and graciousness. Tamlyn uses these principles to help individuals obtain social decorum. Tamlyn received her etiquette trainer certification through the Professional Women Network, a national and international consulting organization specializing in professional and career development. Tamlyn has a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering and a Master's of Business Administration degree. With over 20 years of experience in corporate recruiting, training and development, and non-profit administration, Tamlyn is passionate advising individuals on how to achieve personal and professional dreams with style and grace. Tamlyn lives in Maryland with her husband and 6 children. She's published several books, and part of one of them is what we're going to talk about today, how to become an unstoppable Black woman. But I would say an unstoppable woman, because I have people from all over the world here, even though we're always so proud to be a Black woman. But, you know, this is a message that is going to encourage and empower different people. So over to you, Tamlyn. I would like you to say hello to the audience.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited that you are here. So guys, the people in the watch party, I am trying to see you. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I can see that people are joining the watch party. But oh, hello, Alina. It's great to have you here. So if you are just jumping on, I mean, you saw it on your page, do whatever that you have to do, and just help us share this video, like it, give us some hearts, because the heart means, Louisa, I love what you're doing. I'm excited that Tamlyn is here, and I'm excited about this session. I'm looking forward to it and the great message that you're about to share. So guys, thank you for being here. I don't know how many of you might have seen the flyer of the day. The topic of today is how to become an unstoppable woman. And welcome, Sims, my brother. It's great to have you in the house. Thank you for sharing. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Eno. It's great to have you in the house. Thank you so much. Everyone is here and so excited and bubbly this morning. Thank you for making our time to be here. So how can you become an unstoppable woman? Now, the month of March, everyone knows all over the world, is the Women's History Month. And of course, this month brings with it so much memories. Some of them are memories of pain, of happiness, of heroes, people's stories, our challenges that we've been through, our victories. And we just kind of celebrate women all over the world. But you know what? Sometimes we miss it. And I know that people are very much stuck on the idea of gender equality. I get it, okay? But this morning, we want to change the conversation around a little bit. Guys, how many of you have been able to take a moment and kind of give yourself a thumbs up? Like, Louisa, you're doing great. Come on, Louisa. I love me. I am beautiful. I celebrate me. I celebrate the fact that I'm a woman and I'm powerful as a woman. I'm influential, and I'm going to use my voice. I'm going to use my network. I'm going to impact lives. I'm going to empower other girls and women, and stop getting stuck in those levels that the society has created for us. Stop getting stuck in those stereotypes, because I think those things rather drain you than add to you. And I find that a lot of women have left themselves and shifted from a place of celebrating who they are, embracing their uniqueness and who they are as a woman, and they kind of have moved on to see being a woman as, a deficiency. It's like, oh no, I'm a woman, I'm a second-class citizen. Nobody's gonna listen to me. It's a men's world and all of that. Guys, if you are in the civilized presence this morning, I'm gonna challenge you to empower you. I'm going to challenge you this morning to believe in you. Nobody's going to do it for us. And welcome my friend Katerina joining us from Montreal, Canada. It's great to have you here. I'm going to challenge you this morning to look back into you and say, I love me. I am the best I should be. And even if I'm not yet there, I'm not where I began from. I am going to intentionally add to me. I'm going to do everything possible to improve me. I'm going to show up in the world being the best version of me. I am unstoppable. I am unshakable. Nobody can bring me down. Guys, let me tell you, you don't want to get me started this morning. This is a topic that I am so passionate about. And being the Women's History Month, and I see a lot of women with, very negative posts about, being a woman and discrimination and all that. Guys, let me tell you, if you believe in yourself, discrimination doesn't exist. Give it a try. Let us all believe in us. Let us unite together and hold our hands. And of course, I've brought the expert this morning to talk to us about how we can become unstoppable. So guys, you need to do me a favor. Step out for a minute. Share this video. Invite your friends and family. Invite every woman who needs to hear this message. I am tired of women feeling broken. I'm tired of women feeling that you've been beaten up. I'm tired of women feeling that we're a weak link. We are not. We need to shake that off this morning. So guys, yes, I'm coming on strong, hold on with me. I'm coming on strong. I know you're like, Louisa, this morning is hot. Yes, it is. So I wanted to make sure that I bring the expert to you to speak to you and kind of give you the tools and strategies on how you can go from being a weakling to being unstoppable. And that's what we're going to do today. So Tamlyn, how this works really is to get the conversation started with questions. And of course, sometimes we have questions from the audience and we can have a look at it. And so we just carry on with the conversation. So my very first question for you this morning would be, what does civility mean to you, Tamlyn? Over to you.
You just broke up, Louisa. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, so the question is, what does civility mean to you? Over to you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning again. Civility to me just means treating other people the way you want to be treated. And it means having respect for yourself and respect for others. Respect for yourself guides your morals, and respect for others guides the way you treat others. So civility is just having common courtesy and being respectful of yourself and others, because when you are that way, it just guides everything that you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love that. Treating others the way you want to be treated. And if you've been hanging around with me in the Civilized Presence, you would know that one of the ways that we share and talk about civility is using the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Because as soon as you step to the other side of the table and ask yourself a question, if I were receiving the same treatment, how would I feel? Right there, the bulb comes on. Then you realize that you have to make some kind of adjustments with your behavior or character. So thank you so much, Tamlyn. Now, this great topic, the unstoppable woman. Who is the unstoppable woman? Over to you, Tamlyn.
The unstoppable woman is the woman who knows who she is. She embraces her unique beauty. She cherishes her femininity. She never gives up. She forgives as she wants to be forgiven. And she is the kind of friend and sister to other people that she would want to be embraced by other people herself. So she is the kind of woman who cherishes her friendships. She's compassionate to other women. She connects with other women as opposed to competing with other women. And she has, she can take constructive criticism and she can give it. So when you're in any kind of relationship, if you can give constructive criticism and accept it, two people can work together and achieve great things. So an unstoppable woman is a woman who knows who she is. She's not afraid of challenges. She does not compete with other women, and she accepts the charge that she's been given, her unique charge, and she can forge ahead knowing that all things are possible.
Thank you so much. I love that definition. Thank you, and welcome those people who are still joining us from different screens. If you are here on a watch party, I want to say welcome again. And I'm so excited and I appreciate you making out time to be here. I might not see you and call out your name because you're not directly on my personal page, but it means so much to me that you had to be here on a Friday morning. So the topic of today is how to become an unstoppable woman. And Morel just said connecting instead of competing. That is very important. And thank you so much, my friend Morel. Yes, so we have to get to a place where we can connect and collaborate. And, you know, connecting and collaborating cannot happen without love and appreciating one another. And so that's what we're trying to do this morning, guys. You know, hold on with me. We're going on a ride. Okay, so Tamlyn, I know that you have a bit of a beautiful story and how you started in this career. Can you share with us the importance of, you know, the work that you're doing with, you know, working with people in the area of etiquette, social graciousness, or civility? Can you share with us? Over to you, Tamlyn.
Yes. One thing I want to share in how I got started teaching etiquette, my background is actually in engineering. So being an engineer, there are a lot of technical people that I encounter frequently in this career. And what I noticed is that sometimes social skills were lacking. That's not a dig to anybody who is technical because everyone is different. But in some cases, I've noticed that some people have extremely high technical skills and some of their social skills could stand some polishing. So in getting my first engineering job, I worked for a few years and then I had an opportunity to interview for a position in another state. And going to the other state, what happened with that job interview was I was just flown to another state to have dinner with the president of the company. After the dinner meeting, I flew back home. So what that dinner meeting told me was that our conversation had nothing to do with the job. The conversation was just a friendly conversation and a meal. And what that interaction told me after I flew back home and then later went back to that state for another round of interviews what that first interaction told me was that all the intangible skills and all the social skills that are important to a person's body of work, all the intangible skills have extreme importance because we didn't talk any business on that first meeting. All we did was have a conversation and a meal, and then I flew back home. All the intangibles are the things that people often discount. How you interact with others, how you interact with the wait staff, how you enter and exit the establishment, your manners at the table, whether you tip well. I mean, there are so many intangible skills that are observed during a dinner meeting that people often don't realize. How friendly you are, the conversation at the table. Do you know the rules of how to behave at the table? So all of these things were important to me getting a second round of interviews that if no one had told me, I may have botched the whole interaction. But after that meeting, it just made me realize the importance of social skills in everyday living. And that's the reason why I started the Etiquette Consulting Group, to share those same skills with other people who may not be aware or just like to polish up some of their skills.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that, Tamlyn. And I'm just going to go back to the audience and welcome Nkese. Welcome, Eric. It's great to have you here. Welcome, Ahmed, Justin, Imor. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much. If you're just joining us, it's the Civilized Presence. We're here every Mondays and Fridays at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And I am just having a conversation today with Tamlyn Franklin of the Etiquette Consulting Group right here in the DMV area in Maryland. And she's talking about how to become an unstoppable woman. And let me tell you something interesting about Tamlyn. Tamlyn went from being an electrical engineer to becoming a civility engineer, where she's been able to build human beings, encourage them, mold them in an area of graciousness, in an area of excellence and social skills. And that's what she's doing. So she went from all the technical stuff, with instruments, to working with people. And she's sharing with us the importance of having the right skills, soft skills. Guys, people call it soft skills. And sometimes I think that has really deceived a lot of people that they're really soft. I think the skills are harder than anything because research shown all of us. I mean, research from the prestigious Harvard University does state that 85% of your success is based on your social skills. And your social skills are your soft skills. So that means to me that it doesn't matter what school you went to and who you are. If your social skills are zero and you are doing fantastic in the remaining 15%, guess what? You're a failure. I'm sorry, I didn't want to be that harsh, but I just have to tell you the hard truth. So we have to pay attention, and welcome, Deborah. It's great to have you here in the house. We have to pay attention to our social skills. Beginning from now, beginning from today, and welcome, Trent. It's great to have you in the house. Good morning. It's so good to have you here, my friend. We have to pay attention to those skills, those social skills, those soft skills, whatever that you want to call them. And this is why we're here every Mondays and Fridays to share with you tiny nuggets, things that you can start up with. It's as easy as saying please and thank you, or even sharing a compliment, just like I'm going to do now to Tamlyn and say, you look beautiful, Tamlyn, and thank you so much for being here. You always have to be responsible for your actions. You always have to be responsible for easing the experience of the people next to you. Mm-hmm. When you step out in the morning, you have another chance to make your day the best and make somebody's day the best. And, somebody might be in here and saying, Louisa, but I live alone. I don't have anyone to talk to. A lot of you have never spoken to your neighbors. Is that not shameful? So as soon as you go back today, Say hello to your neighbor. She probably, or he probably might think you're crazy because you've never done it before. That's okay. Say it more often. Say it enough times that he or she realizes that that's the way to behave. And that's what we teach every Mondays and Fridays here. Deborah says we have to pay attention to our social skills. That's correct. Thank you. It's great to have you in the house. So let me go back to the topic of the day. Tamlyn, I have another question for you.
Yes.
When you're talking about the unstoppable woman, and I know that you're doing a lot of work with women and girls, first of all, I have to say thank you for using your gifts to empower women and girls and giving us a hope again. Because a lot of us, and when I say us, I mean women, are in a place where we've been beaten up so much with our past, with our experiences, with our pain, that we fail to see that there's something good in us again. Now, when you're talking about the unstoppable woman, what areas do we have to pay attention to? How can we go from being a weak link to becoming unstoppable? What areas should we pay attention to? Over to you, Tamlyn.
Well, I'm glad you asked that. And I would say definitely learn to forgive. When you learn to forgive, it opens up, it allows room for you to grow, for you to forgive others. It allows them to grow, and it allows us to work together. So first, we have to learn to forgive ourselves for mistakes we've made, for choices that we've had that maybe were not good. And we can't stay in a slump. We can't stay in a place where we are living in a state of unforgiveness, because unforgiveness is like a chain connected to your leg. It keeps you from moving. It keeps you from moving forward. And when we hold unforgiveness against other people, we don't really hurt the other person. We hurt ourselves, because we can't flourish if we're holding on to unforgiveness. The other person has moved on and gone on with their life, and we're holding on to unforgiveness. So forgiveness is huge in being unstoppable, because as long as you hold on to unforgiveness for yourself or for someone else, it's no way you can fly. It's no way you can fly. And the comment that you made earlier about talking with your neighbors and how important that is. I was talking to someone yesterday, and they were telling me how in their life, they really didn't have any friends. Like during the course of their life, they were hurt by so many people, and their life has just not gone the way they wanted. I said, well, guess what? Every day when you wake up, you have an opportunity to change that. I said, you have an opportunity right now to start a whole new group of family and friends, because we can have relatives, but we can create our own families. If you go to any kind of event, you interact with people, you make connections, you network, you can create small interactions, you can take someone to lunch, you can grow a whole new network. So when people are sulking in relationships that have not worked out or panned out as they had hoped, they can create a whole new group of friends. They can create a whole new family. So when you, as you mentioned earlier, someone who may not have ever spoken to a neighbor, they can change that today. They can create a whole network in their neighborhood with people that they haven't spoken to since they've lived there. So we have an opportunity every day to change. But back to the point, to become unstoppable, forgiveness has to be in our bodies, in our minds. We have to embody forgiveness. Forgiveness for ourselves for things that we've done that we're not pleased with, because everyone has a past. Everyone has something that they've done that they wish they had not done. Everyone has something in their life that they wish no one knew. But we have to learn to forgive ourselves, and we have to learn to release other people who have done things to us that were hurtful. Because if you hold on to that unforgiveness, you cannot fly.
Thank you so much, Tamlyn. That's powerful. And I had a contribution from Deborah says we have an opportunity to change that every day. and learn to forgive. As long as you hold on to unforgiveness, you can never fly. That is true. Welcome, Stacey Anderson. It's great to have you here in the house. And I'm going to add to that, guys. Another thing that is so important in being unstoppable is to activate civil communication. Ladies, we need to do that because women are builders. And we have learned from Tamlyn, women are builders. We have the power to be able to put things together. Women nurture, women give birth, women start families, women build nations, women build the environment around them. But if there's something that can tear your environment apart, is your power of communication. What are you saying? Does your word add value to people? Does your word edify people? Does your words build people, or does it tear people down? You see, a lot of women have got an opportunity to build their homes. And sometimes they ask themselves questions, why is my son and my daughter behaving like this? What are you speaking into their lives? What are you saying to them on a daily basis? The words that you have, because you are the builder. You have the power to either mold or tear it down. So to be unstoppable, you have to stay on the part of the game that is ready to build. So watch your words. Begin to say positive things only. Watch your words. Make sure that the words that come out of you, it doesn't matter how you feel. If you cannot say something right at a particular time, you might have to wait and go through it first before you open your mouth. Because women have the power to use their mouth a lot. But what are we saying? The same thing to yourself. What are you saying to you? You have the power to either break you or build you. If you say negative stuff to you, you're breaking you apart. If you say positive stuff to you, you are building you. And so, Tamlyn, I would love you to talk about the power of human relationship in the area of becoming an unstoppable woman. Over to you, Tamlyn.
Okay, Louisa, one thing you said about our words, you know that our last words that we speak to a person could be the last words they ever hear. So when you think about how powerful that is, the last words you want to speak to a person should be words that are uplifting, words that are kind, words that build up the other person. Because as you said, we're all builders, but women especially are builders and nurturers. Excuse me. So we want our last words to anyone to be words that will uplift them, that will build them up, that will nurture the relationship as opposed to tearing it down. Because as women, like I said earlier, we're not in competition with each other. We all have a lane. If we all take our cup to the ocean, there's enough for everyone. So we don't have to compete with the person next to us. Our responsibility as humans is our connection. So we are all connected. And I know that with so many people being on Facebook, we can see that we all have some connection to another person who has a connection to another person. So we're all connected. We all have the same human needs. We've been taught in society that there are different cultures and different races and all this. But at the end of the day, there's one race, the human race, and we all are connected. So we all have the same basic needs. And if we learn to communicate with each other, if we learn to connect with each other on a deeper level, not just on a surface, but we really engage other people. We really get to know them. We really listen to the other person. And being engaged means you're not thinking about what you're going to say when the other person is talking. You really take the time to listen, connect, stay grounded while you're speaking with another person. And know that there is no competition. We all have a lane and everyone can flourish in their lane. We don't have to compete with the next person to get ahead. We don't have to tear down another person or blow out someone else's candle to make our candle shine. When we do that, we actually limit ourselves, because when you blow out another person's candle to make yours shine, you're just showing who you really are. But when you can celebrate another person, when you can really connect and you can cheerlead another person and rally behind them and support them in their cause, we can all rise. We can rise together. We can lock arms and we can all rise together. So communicating and cheerleading one another and having compassion for other people, compromising and learning to really connect will help us all to be unstoppable.
Thank you so much. That's powerful. And I'm just going to add one more thing and welcome some of you who are just joining us. The conversation this morning is how to become an unstoppable woman. So if you're just joining us for the very first time, you're in the right place. It's the Civilized Presence. We're here every Mondays and Fridays at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So if you're just joining, you're going to have access to the video right on my page on So Unique Experts. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram and So Unique Experts too. And later on today, we will have this video downloaded down to YouTube. So you can still have access to this video. There's so much great content that we're sharing. It's the month of March, the month of women's history. And we're just talking about all of the challenges that gets in the way of women becoming unstoppable. And you agree with me that we're ready to tear things down. We're ready to tear away every negativity around us and become the best version of us. And you were just talking about competition. Listen, guys, there is no need for you to compete. If you are a dressmaker, my challenge question for you this morning is, are you the best dressmaker that we have in your city? If you haven't gotten to that point yet, you have so much work to do. So if you're a dressmaker, you should be the very best that they can ever be. Put in everything that you can. Put in your time, put in your heart. Think about your clients. Extend your services beyond what is required to get things done. And you will notice that before you know it, you begin to get to the top. Do not bother about competing with the person next to you. We are all unique and we are all part of one whole. All of us should complement each other. I have an expertise on one thing, and Tamlyn has something that she's great at, and together we can be greater. That's what it should be. You don't need to fight nobody. You don't need to compete with nobody. You don't need to fight the men around you. Just do you. Just embrace you. Just be the best version of you. Another comment that I was going to add to that, Tamlyn, and I hope that you agree with me, is cultivating a heart of a servant leader. Guys, as a woman, you have to learn how to be a servant leader. And I'll tell you why. You're a leader in the home, you're a leader around you, you're a leader wherever you go. But what's going to take you to the top is if you can take off the hat of leadership and go down to serve the people on the grassroots, go down to serve people who are lower than you. It doesn't take anything from you. It gets them to respect you more. Sometimes I see women all dressed up and somebody's walking beside you and something drops from their hand, an elderly woman drops from her hand, and you do not even care because you feel that you look too cute to help. No, dear. We have to step it down. We have to be able to serve other people. You have been brought into the world to build. Whatever that you can do to build the world that we have. If you do not build the world, nobody's going to do it. The men are too busy. Let's do it. That's the only way that we can create influence. So I'm encouraging every one of us in this month of women's history, think about ways in which you can build everybody around you. Think about ways in which you can add value to people around you. Think about ways in which you can impact other people's lives. Think about ways in which you can be the change that you want to see in the world. And I'm going to ask for one more thing from you, because If you do not clean up the society or clean up your environment around you, you find that you keep doing the same exact thing. So I'm going to encourage you this morning and welcome Mavi Sieber. It's so great to have you, Mara. Thank you so much for joining from Nigeria. There's something I'm going to share with you. I hope everyone can see this paper.
No, we can't see it.
Okay, so I'm just waiting for the camera to come on and show us this paper because I'm talking about compartmentalization this morning, guys. There you go.
Oh, okay.
If you can see this paper, if you can pick up a sheet of paper and create 4 different columns. The first column is the @ sign. The second column is the minus sign. The third column is the multiplication, and the fourth column is the division. And I'm going to explain what this means. Everyone around you who adds value to you, who makes you happy, who helps to change your mood. There are some people in your life, when you see them, when you speak to them, you're excited, they help you make your day a better one. Put them in the plus sign. Everyone who you think makes you sad, unhappy, so much negativity. They don't believe in you. Put them in the minus sign. And the multiplication sign, those people who you learn from, those people who challenge you to do more and be more, to stretch out of your comfort zone, who encourage you to grow, put them in the multiplication sign. And in the division sign, you have people around you who do not believe in anything that you're doing. If you tell them about your goals, they bring it down, they pull it down. They tell you you cannot do it. You are good for nothing. They never ever have the right words coming out of them. Place them here. And as soon as you do that, that's an exercise that I want you to do when you step out of the session. As soon as you do that, I'm sorry if you have members of your family or people who are close to you who are here in the minus sign or here in the division, but you will notice that they take on so much energy from you. They take on so much of your time, and they do not allow you to be the best that you can be. Now, stick to those people who add to you. Speak to those people who invest in you. That's how you're going to become unstoppable. So if you want me to share this with you, if you did not get the diagram, I can send this to you. You just have to drop your email address in the comment box below, and I'll be excited to share this information with you. But this has helped me so much. And, you know, as we are finishing up this month of the Women's History, it's important that we look around us, go around you, look into your environment and declutter. Take away everything that has brought you down. Take away everything that has made you feel like you are not good enough. Take away everything that has taken you or distracted you away from achieving those goals and becoming unstoppable and being the best version of you. And thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Take them away. It's time for you to take all of that away from you. That is the only way that you will become unstoppable. And guys, if you're just joining us, it's the Civilized Presence. I can still see more people who are trying to be here. I know that you're late to the party, but it's okay. You can have access to the video on my page. It's going to be on my page. And if you want to get some more information about what we just shared, I would be happy to share that with you. I'll be happy to send it to you on email. All you have to do is send me an email at louisa@thecivilityacademy.com and make out time to be part of some of our master classes. We just started one on Tuesday. Make out time to be part of our master classes, because when we have online sessions like such as this one, we do not have enough time to share as much as we would want to share. But if you're part of our master classes, and if you want to see, the link is right on So Unique. Go in and register and be part of the private group. If you are in our master classes, we can be able to work with you one-on-one. We can be able to share more with you. We can be able to hold your hands and just guide you into becoming unstoppable. So guys, I want to say thank you so much for making out time to be here. And Tamlyn, I'm going to hand over back to you. If there's something that you might want to share and say to a woman who is struggling with self-esteem, who is struggling with confidence, who is struggling with all kinds of violence and discrimination and battering, what would you love to say to that woman this morning? Over to you, Tamlyn.
I would say, no matter what you are going through or have gone through, know that there's a purpose behind it. There's a purpose for all suffering. And sometimes the purpose may be for you to trailblaze or blaze the trail for other women to overcome that suffering. So everything has a purpose. And sometimes the hurt and pain that we experience, or the low self-esteem, or the abuse that we may endure, or whatever the cause is, or whatever the challenges that we are facing, there's a purpose behind them. And sometimes we don't want to be the change agent, but we are called to be the change agent. So with time, with perseverance, and if you never ever give up, you will see that there is a purpose behind your pain. So there's a purpose behind low self-esteem. Before I started my company, I had an esteem issue. I didn't think I would be accepted as an African-American woman. I didn't think I would be accepted in the realm of etiquette because of who I was, because of my skin color. So I really struggled with that. And it took me over 5 years to even start the company because I had an issue with my own complexion. I thought that I wouldn't be accepted. I thought that the world would not receive me. But once I stepped out on faith, once I overcame my own esteem issue, and a lot of people didn't even know that about me, but it was something that I really struggled with. But I had to dig deep and learn that I was created in the image of the Creator. I was created exactly the way I'm supposed to be. So once I looked internally and saw that I am who I am, and that is what is going to attract people to me because of who I am. So the low self-esteem, the low confidence that I had at that time, I had to overcome it just by praying about it, looking inside, and realizing the gifts and talents and the struggles that I had to overcome were all a part of the process. So there is purpose behind the pain that we experience, because once I did step out on faith and started the company, I was approached by people who looked like me and people who didn't look like me. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and I just had to overcome my own self-limiting beliefs. So once we do that, once we realize that there is purpose behind the pain that we're enduring right now, and your experiences are going to help other women to overcome the pain that they're experiencing. So I would just say never, ever, ever, never give up, and know that there is purpose behind your pain. And God made each of us, the Creator, whatever you call the higher source or that higher being, created us exactly the way we are supposed to be. So we don't need to change anything to be any different from who we are, that we are here for a purpose, and there is purpose behind the pain.
Thank you so much, Tamlyn, and welcome, Sammy. It's great to have you here from Nigeria. And I have a comment from Deborah. She says, thanks for sharing and being transparent, Tamlyn. Your testimony blessed me this morning. Powerful words of encouragement. There is purpose behind your pain. And I want to say thank you so much, Tamlyn, for being here. I loved serving with you. And guys, if you haven't gotten a copy of my book yet, it's The Civilized Leader. There's so much that you can learn from here. You might want to go on Amazon and you can have access to that. If someone can help me share a link of my book from Amazon, you can grab a copy of The Civilized Leader. I hope that you can see it on the screen. So do that and let me know how that goes, because I want to hear from you. I want feedback from you. I want to hear what you feel. There's so much that we've been sharing here since last year, and all of those great content and even more in this book. So guys, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being here this morning. So we're back here again on Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So thank you so much for being here. And I do hope that you have, and thank you so much. Morel says it's a brilliant book. Thank you, Morel. Thank you so much. Very practical. Absolutely. So if you're still struggling with being civil, what does civility mean? How can I embrace this as a way of life? And thank you so much, Deborah, for sharing the link. Thank you, Sekani, my friend. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So you can grab a copy of my book and, have a look at it. We'll be doing a study on it very soon, just so that if you have questions, we'll be excited and happy to work on that. And welcome, Bella. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And guys, I hate to let you go, but we have to. We've come to the end of the session. I can see that we still have people coming on, but we have to go. And Tamlyn, thank you so much for making our time to be here. And everyone, could you just share some hearts and love and welcome, David? Thank you from Virginia. It's great to have you here. And leave in the comment box below and just say thank you to Tamlyn. Let her know that you appreciate her. Let her know that we enjoyed the content. Tamlyn, I can see all the hearts coming up. Everyone enjoyed working and serving with you and just learning from you. And we hope to have you very soon in our session. So thank you so much, Tamlyn. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you. Bye for now.